What's up, everyone? It's your Sports Betting Royalty Principix at your service. Here with the Sports Betting Insiders, continue our international soccer coverage, giving you our best bets for the African Cup of Nations 2024. This tournament being held in Ivory Coast, as Ivory Coast welcomes the world to see the best in Africa compete for the African Cup champion. This tournament requires a grueling qualification process where only 24 of the best African nations make it, and only one can be crowned the African champion. Before we get started, it should be noted that we are the #1 sports wagering show on YouTube, covering both the African Cup of Nations and Asian Cup, every match from both tournaments. Make sure to like and subscribe to us on our YouTube channel at Sports Betting Insiders, and make sure to hit the notification bell to stay up to date with all of our new videos, as we currently cover European soccer, NBA, and much more. So without further ado, let's get into it. Kicking off the African Cup of Nations on Saturday, January 13th in Group A, will be the host country Ivory Coast, currently ranked 8th in Africa. They will be taking on Guinea-Bissau with a current ranking of 21 in the African region. For this match, we are taking the game total under 2.5 goals, currently at -120. 10 of the last 14 matches for the Ivory Coast has seen the total go under 2.5 goals. That's including throwing out their match against Seychelles, who are a bottom 10 country in the world. On the other side, 11 of the last 13 matches for Guinea-Bissau has also seen the total go under 2.5 goals. The golden era for Ivory Coast is in the past. The days of Didier Drogba, Yaya Toure, Youssouf Fofana, those days are over. And this Ivory Coast team is a shell of what it used to be. I believe Guinea-Bissau can keep this close. Both teams don't score much. Both teams don't concede much. Game total under 2.5 goals is the official bet for this match. Next up, we will be staying in Group A on Sunday, January 14th, where Nigeria, currently ranked 6th in Africa, will be taking on Equatorial Guinea, who has a current African ranking of 17. For this match, I am on Nigeria, team total over 1.5, currently at -145. I am also on Nigeria, Asian spread -1.5, currently at +125. Nigeria has scored 2 or more goals in 4 of their last 6 matches. Equatorial Guinea has averaged just 0.8 goals per game in their last 5 matches. Nigeria just has too much offensive power for this Equatorial Guinea team. Nigeria with the likes of Victor Osimhen, Kelechi Iheanacho, Samuel Chukwueze. They're just loaded offensively, and I just don't see any way that this Equatorial Guinea team will be able to keep it close. So Nigeria team total over 1.5, Nigeria -1.5 are the official plays for this match. Next up, we will be staying in Group B, where Mo Salah and his country of Egypt, currently ranked 5th in Africa, will be taking on Mozambique with an African ranking of 25. For this match, we are going to be taking both teams to score +145. We are also on the game total over 2.5 goals at +115. Mozambique has seen both teams to score in 4 of their last 5 matches. Mozambique has also seen their game total over 4.5 goals in 3 of their last 5 matches. Egypt has scored in each of their last 14 games. So, Mozambique, they let in a lot of goals. They also score a lot of goals. Egypt, they haven't been shut out in 14 games. With Mo Salah on the Egyptian team, I look for him, as a possible anytime goal scorer. But the official bets for this game are going to be both teams to score at +145 and the game total over 2.5 goals. I can see a lot of goals in this match. Up next, we're going to be staying in Group B, where Ghana, currently ranked 11th in Africa, will be taking on the Cape Verde Islands with an African ranking of 14. For this match, we are going to be going game total over 1.5 goals, currently at -185. We're also going to be taking Cape Verde Islands double chance at +100. Ghana has seen over 1.5 goals in 4 of their last 6 matches. Meanwhile, Cape Verde has also seen over 1.5 goals in 5 of their last 6 matches. This Ghana team is past their prime. This is another African powerhouse in transition. They're not the team that they used to be, and they're in really poor form right now. They've lost 3 of their last 4 matches, including a loss to Comoros Islands and a 6-0 loss to the United States. So this is a team that is a complete shell of its former self. Meanwhile, Cape Verde Islands, this is a team that's on the rise. They've been getting some good results lately, and I think they're a live dog here. So really like their chances here. Next up, we're going to be heading to Group C on Monday, January 15th, where the defending African Cup champions, Senegal, currently ranked 2nd in Africa, will be taking on Gambia with an African ranking of 35. For this match, I am on Senegal, Asian line, minus 1.25, currently at minus 120. Gambia has allowed 9 goals in their last 4 matches. Senegal, they're coming off of defeats of South Sudan 4-0, Cameroon 1-0, and Brazil 4-2. This is a Senegal team that's going to look to pick up 3 points in this match. I look for them to, have a relatively easy match against this team. The only problem with Senegal is they tend to not score too many goals. Outside of those 3 matches, they don't score a lot, so it's hard to take them with a bigger spread. But minus 1.25, I feel comfortable with that. And that's going to be the official play for this match. Next up, staying in Group C, where Cameroon, ranked 7th in Africa, will be taking on Guinea with an African ranking of 15. For this match, I am on Guinea, double chance, minus 125. Guinea has lost just 1 of their last 5 matches. Meanwhile, Cameroon has won just 2 of their last 8 matches. This Cameroon team is not in good form. These are 2 teams trending in opposite directions, and I think this is a prime opportunity for Guinea to make a statement in this tournament, to make a statement in the region, and I think they're a live dog here. Cameroon, again, not in good form. Guinea is a team that can be competitive with some of the best teams in Africa, and on the big stage, I think Guinea can hold their own here against Cameroon, given the current form that Cameroon is in. So, official bet for this game is going to be Guinea double chance, minus 125. Up next, we're going to head over to Group D, where 4th-ranked Algeria will be taking on Angola with an African ranking of 28. For this match, I am on Algeria minus 1, currently at minus 145. I am also on Angola under 0.5 goals, currently at minus 150. Algeria is undefeated in their last 19 matches, having scored 11 goals in their last 4 matches combined. Meanwhile, Angola has scored just 1 goal in their last 6 matches. That was a late goal in the 85th minute versus Mozambique. Angola has also allowed just 1 goal in their last 4 matches. So I'm staying away from a team total for Algeria just because Angola does seem to be a stingy defense. They don't score much, but they also don't allow much. But they're really putrid offensively. I don't see them scoring a goal here against Algeria, and I do like Algeria to win the match. So Algeria minus 1, Angola under 0.5 goals are the official bets for this match. Next up, we're going to be staying in Group D on Tuesday, January 16th, where Burkina Faso, currently ranked 10th in Africa, will be taking on Mauritania with an African ranking of 22. For this match, I am on Burkina Faso, money line, minus 125. Burkina Faso might be the most underachieving team in Africa. They're always in the mix, they're always competitive, but they just can't seem to get over the hump. For the NFL football fans out there, they are the Buffalo Bills of Africa. Right, this is the Buffalo Bills in the 90s. They made it to 4 straight Super Bowls, but they could never win it. Same thing with Burkina Faso. They're always right there. They have a lot of high expectations, but for whatever reason, they can't seem to get it done. However, they are undefeated in their last 4 matches, including a 2-1 win over Mauritania in October of 2023. Mauritania winless in their last 3 games. I do like Burkina Faso to get the job done here and win this match outright. Next, we're going to go over to Group E, where Tunisia, currently ranked 3rd in Africa, will be taking on Namibia with an African ranking of 27. For this match, I am on the total goals under 2.5 at minus 175. Tunisia has scored just 1 goal or less in 6 of their last 8 matches versus the top 40 in Africa. Meanwhile, Namibia winless in their last 6 matches, also versus the top 40 in Africa. So these are both teams that don't like to score very much. Although Tunisia is ranked 3rd in Africa, most of their games are decided by 1 goal or less. And we used an NFL comp in our last video. For Tunisia, they are the Dallas Cowboys. When you expect the most from them, they give you the least. And I just can't trust this team. Does the fact that I lost a $2,000 parlay payout because Tunisia couldn't score 1 goal against Mauritius back in 2022 still burn? Yeah, but the stats don't lie. This game is going under 2.5. Book it. Up next, we're going to be staying in Group E, where Mali, currently ranked 9th in Africa, will be taking on South Africa with an African ranking of 12. For this match, I am on the draw, plus 195. These 2 teams are virtually the same. There's not much difference on talent level. Neither will want to drop points. versus the other. I think this group will be decided by goal differential, and I think all the top three teams in this group will draw each other. I think the group is going to be decided by who beats Namibia by the most goals. So I think, unless one of these teams is playing Namibia, I think they're going to be cagey. I think they're going to play close to the vest. And I think they're just going to not want to drop points here. So I like this game to be a draw. This game has draw written all over it. Love the play at plus 195. That's going to be my official bet for this match. Up next, we're going to head over to Group F on Wednesday, January 17th, where top-ranked Morocco will be taking on Tanzania, who has a current African ranking of 32. For this match, I am taking Tanzania double chance, plus 225. I am also going to sprinkle some on the money line at plus 900. Here's the deal. Morocco and Tanzania played each other in mid-November. Morocco scored just one goal versus Tanzania, who played the second half with 10 men after receiving a red card. Morocco ended up winning the match 2-0 off of an own goal from Tanzania, but Morocco has won just 2 of their last 6 matches overall. Morocco has averaged just 0.6 goals in those 6 matches. Meanwhile, Tanzania has just 1 loss in their last 5 matches, including a 0-0 draw with Algeria. Morocco has cooled off since the World Cup semifinal run, and I think Tanzania is a live dog here. I think they have every chance to shock the world, shock the region. Keep your eye on Tanzania. Our final game of match day 1 will keep us in Group F, where the Democratic Republic of Congo, currently ranked 13th in Africa, will be taking on Zambia with an African ranking of 17. For this match, I am on the game total over 1.5 at minus 180. DR Congo has seen the total go over 1.5 goals in 4 of their last 7 matches. Meanwhile, Zambia has seen the total go over 2.5 goals in 10 of their last 15 matches. So these are two teams that like to score goals, that like to concede goals. I would take a game total over 2.5, but at minus 180, I'm comfortable taking the 1.5. I think there's going to be a ton of goals in this game. I think both teams are going to want to go for it. They're going to need to go for it. They're going to need to get the 3 points to get out of the group. So I look for a wide open end-to-end match. But again, minus 180, good enough for me. Game total over 1.5. And that is going to do it for our Match Day 1 coverage of the African Cup of Nations 2024. Make sure to subscribe to us on our YouTube channel at Sports Betting Insiders. Also make sure to like the video and hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date with all of our daily new videos that we post. We also do an NBA Betting Insiders show for NBA basketball. We are the only show that does a show 7 days a week. So whatever sports you need, we got you locked in. We also cover European soccer. We will be doing the Asian Cup. That video is already out for Match Day 1. Stay tuned for Match Day 2 for both the African Cup and the Asian Cup games. Yeah, make sure you stay locked in, because where else would you want to be other than the Sports Betting Insiders? We are your #1 stop shop for all your sports wagering needs. Until next time, we will see you soon.